everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am here with my bird friends and my name is fucking Snow White. I am doing my mid-month wrap-up for July. I've read 8 books so far this month, so I'm just going to tell you about the books that I've read. Once again, terrible with intros. The book that I finished was The Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher. I gave this book 4.5 stars and I have to admit, I have never seen Star Wars. Like, I've never seen that part of Star Wars. Like, I've never seen Carrie Fisher in Star Wars. So it was really weird for me to get it. I was cruising the Overdrive app and her audiobooks were available. And I don't know why I decided to listen to The Princess Diarist first, hearing about her time on the set of Star Wars, and she's just the most insightful and funny and amazing person. I already knew that without even having seen any of these movies. I have seen a lot of other Carrie Fisher movies because I enjoyed that one so much. Like, I did give it 5 stars on Goodreads. I gave it 4.5 because, like, I just couldn't relate to the Star Wars stuff, but everything else was awesome. And so next I read Wishful Drinking, which was the other audiobook available on my Overdrive app. I gave this one 4.5 stars, and then I also listened to Shockaholic, which was an audiobook and it was fabulous, 4.5 stars. Basically, like, I would say they're all 5-star books though. Carrie Fisher, her whole life, struggled with mental illness, bipolar disorder, addiction, and there was just so many things in these books that were just amazing that, like, I personally could relate to with my own struggle with my mental health. You guys probably know about that. I'm completely transparent when it comes to that. And just the things that this woman said, like, she was just amazing. And in every single one of the books, she mentioned that, you know, there will come a time when they have a picture of me with those 2 ridiculous buns on my chubby little head, and it will have the date of my birth and the date of my demise. And you will look at the screen and you'll say, oh, that's really sad. And it's like, when she's talking about that with just such humor and able to, like, laugh at herself and to be completely honest with the person that she is and the experiences that she's had, was just amazing. And I fucking love those books. I've got to get physical copies of them. They were really good and I would highly recommend them. If you have read them, let me know in the comments down below what you got out of them. Oh, I loved those books so much. I was still on a bit of an audiobook kick because last month I was decluttering my whole house. Like, I just had this, like, psychotic break and was like, I need to throw away most of what I own, so I did that and I listened to a book that I actually have a physical copy of, Uglies by Scott Westfeld, on my Overdrive app. This was good. I gave this one 3.5 stars. I ran it up to 4 stars on Goodreads. It is just basically about a girl named Tally. When they turned 16 in their society, they turned pretty. Before that, they're uglies. Uglies are kids. Like, there's just physical imperfections, you know what I mean? Like how I have, like, my bottom teeth and they're not perfectly straight. Like, that's all fixed when you become a pretty. Like, it's sort of just a hyper-realistic version of what attractive would be considered at. Tally is a couple of months younger than her friend Paris. He is in New Pretty Town. He has become a pretty, and she meets another girl named Shay who was born on the exact same day as her, and Shay wants to run away into a place called The Smoke, which is where people have just run away from who don't want to become pretty. And, like, Tally just does not understand that it's a completely foreign concept. All she's wanted her whole life is to become pretty and happy, and it's just sort of the story of that. It's like a dystopian, I guess you would call it. I'm actually really enjoyed it. I'm listening to Pretties at the moment. I was just listening to it when I was doing some cleaning, so that will probably be more than likely appearing on the end of month wrap up. So after all of the kind of autobiographical stuff and then the YA dystopian, I decided to pick up a new adult sports romance, I guess it would be, and it's All Lined Up by Cora Carmack. Everyone says this is like Friday Night Lights, and I'm like, I've never seen Friday Night Lights, but it's about a girl named Dallas and her father is a really amazing football coach, and she meets this guy at a party and she doesn't realize that he's, like, the star quarterback, and, you know, it's like, it was good. So I think that I gave that one maybe 4 stars, 3.5 I've written here, but it would have been 4 stars on Goodreads. I thought it was a really cute story, really relatable. I have the second book on hold on my Audiodrive app, so I will probably be getting around to that one pretty soon. Yeah, I just thought it was cute. Also on Overdrive, I don't have a physical copy of this one, but the cover is so pretty that I want one, and that is Glitter by April Lynn Pike. I think I gave it 4 stars. I think that we've all kind of know what this book is about, but I'll give you a brief rundown. It is basically like, everyone says that it's like Marie Antoinette meets Breaking Bad. There's this drug called glitter that has somehow managed to breach the castle walls, and this girl actually wants to escape. There's some stuff that's gone down. Her mum has managed to wrangle it so that she's going to be marrying the king and she will be the new queen, and she's just not having it. So she start selling glitter to get out of there. I also listened to an audiobook of another book that I own the physical copy of, and I've owned this one for ages as well, probably longer than Uglies, and that is Bright Young Things by Anna Godbeson. This is set in 1929. You know at the start of the prologue that it's following three girls. It was, who is it? No, don't, let me look. Astrid, Letty, and Cordelia. Boom. One girl will be married, one will be famous, and one will be dead. Reading this book and you're like, who's gonna die? But it's the first book in a trilogy. I do own the other ones, you can see them up there. This one, 4 stars, I did like it. Anna Godbeson, she does historical stuff and she does it really, really well. People say they love the accuracy of it. I love the 1920s as a time point. Like, I love the flappers and that sort of stuff that was going on. So this was good. I just want to say, anyone going into this, it's not a romance heavy book. It is definitely a book about the 3 women that it follows. Well, you know, their journey from being girls to being women. So I'm excited to see the next 2. The next 2 are not available on audio on my Overdrive app. So I'm just going to pick up the physical books of them and read them as I go along. And the last book that I've read so far this month was kindly sent to me by the publisher via NetGalley, and that is Dare to Fall by Estelle Mascom. This comes out on the 27th of July. And oh my gosh, the feels, guys, seriously. I don't even want to say anything about this book. It is a standalone, so it's like, it's not the Dimily trilogy. Like, when this book is done, it's done. And Estelle Mascom really has this thing that she doesn't do epilogues, and I think that that's real life. I gave this book 4 stars. I will find my review on Goodreads for it and link it down below. It was so cool that Black and White Publishing could send me the copy, because usually they have sent me 2 physical books before, and it has to come from Scotland. They're a small independent publishing company, and I always feel really bad, but they're like, oh, it's no problem. I'm like, but now that I can get it on my Kindle, it's like fucking sick, you know, so I'm really, really happy about it. I'm obviously gonna get a physical copy ASAP. That is everything that I have read so far in the month, guys. Hopefully I can continue it on and get another 8 books maybe read by the end of the month, and that will kick me pretty close to my goal of 100 books for the year on Goodreads. I did have to up it. I don't think I'll up it again, because I like seeing it say that you've read like 110%. You know in the comments, guys, if you have read any of these books, if you want to read any of these books. If you haven't seen Star Wars, I'd like to know, because we should start a support group, because I swear to God, everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? How have you not seen Star Wars? Thanks so much for watching this, guys. I love all of you. Big love, hugs and kisses from Australia. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.